Good evening, everyone. I'd like to thank SoPE and Uli for having me today. Honored to be here. My name is Thomas, and I'm with Visionary Medical Group, developing the first non-invasive, home use, and truly affordable tonometer. Just by a show of hands, how many of you are familiar with glaucoma? A little bit. Okay, good amount. Awesome. For those of you that aren't, glaucoma is the leading cause of irreversible blindness, which constitutes over 100 million cases worldwide. Now, the scary thing about glaucoma is that the vast majority of people with glaucoma don't know they have glaucoma. Eye health is not something that's generally on the forefront of people's attention, especially when their vision is crisp, clear, and appears healthy. This, in conjunction with lacking in current screening methods, result in the vast majority of people not going diagnosed until the disease progresses into its later phases, and often into vision loss, which is the last reason you want to be going to your optometrist. The World Health Organization estimates that by 2020, 11 million people will be blind due to glaucoma. There is a huge unmet need right now in data acquisition and access to data pertaining to glaucoma care, specifically with the dominant metric being intraocular pressure, or IOP. Current screening methods are too invasive, too expensive, and most importantly, not for home use, in that they're restricted to the office of the eye care specialist, which poses a huge access problem. The fact of the matter is that current screening methods are just not diagnosing enough glaucoma cases. Our solution is the Vision 1 tonometer, which is a non-invasive, home-use device that's low cost and affordable. It's going to be in a patient-friendly, easy-to-use package such as this, kind of similar like a home thermometer, and something that ophthalmologists can send home with their patients so they can get a full 24-hour suite of data. Currently, care decisions are being made based on 1 or 2 IOP measurements per year, if the physician's lucky. And if you make the analogy to a hypertension patient, if you take their blood pressure once or twice per year, that's problematic, to say the least. They might worsen and die. This is the case in glaucoma care currently. The advent of a home use device is really important in delivering the data that physicians need to make informed care decisions, prescribe and monitor the effectiveness of therapeutics, and to better understand the disease, its risk factors, and what contributes to its advance. Now, here's another important point. Glaucoma is known to have what's called a diurnal nature, which means the IOP fluctuates greatly throughout the day and night. It's known to actually peak late at night during the hours between 2 and 5 a.m., up to 3 times daytime pressure. So, for the couple of data points that physicians do get for IOP, they're during office hours between, say, 8 a.m. and 4 p.m., when IOP is known to be at its lowest. Thus, many patients get dismissed as having normal pressures, when in fact they are spiking late at night and getting irreversible retinal damage without them knowing that they have glaucoma. This is a shot of the competitive landscape currently. The Goldman applanation tonometer is currently the gold standard and it's considered to be the most accurate and precise measurement tool on the market. Every eye care specialist has one. However, it's expensive, hard to use, and again, restricted to the office of the eye care specialist. Other devices such as the TonoPen and the eye care are better in that they're handheld and portable. However, due to their price point and also invasiveness and difficulty of use, they are again running into the same problem of being restricted to the office of the physician. Others, such as the Triggerfish and Implant Data's device, which are currently in development, are excessively expensive. They also are not accurate and are not built to actually measure precisely IOP, but rather they're meant to be worn over a 24-hour or, in Implant Data's case, permanent period, and pick out if patients are having diurnal fluctuations at all. The current Vision 1 prototype is able to highly accurately and with high precision measure the durometer of silicone models of the eye. It's also able to filter out noise from coatings of various grades of silicone as well, which are meant to resemble the variable human eyelid thickness. It's able to read exceptionally fast as well. The next step for us is to move it into human trials. We intend to market the Vision 1 in 3 distinct phases. Think Tesla and building the Roadster to fund the production of the Model S, to fund the production of their ultimate goal, which is the Model 3. Similarly, we intend to market a premium device for about $1,000 to eye care specialists, optometrists, and ophthalmologists. And in our second phase, we will market a medium-tier device for about $300 to general practitioners. This will be breaking open the market severely and really increasing access to this first point of care. In our third phase, we will be releasing a $99 device to patients themselves for over-the-counter purchase. It seems to be updated. We're a little quarter behind here, but this is a snapshot of what we expect our schedule will be. So once we close our current series of funding, our seed round, we will begin product development, which should last in between 8 and 12 months, and simultaneously we'll be embarking on a pilot study we have set up with ophthalmologists at the University of California at Irvine, and working on our FDA 510K application. For investors in the room, we're currently raising a seed round of $500K to be put towards device development, bench testing, and our FDA 510K application. The glaucoma space is a rapidly growing space. Just in the last few years, there's been a number of rather large acquisitions in the hundreds of millions of dollars from companies such as Aquisys, Infocus, and Glaukos, who had an IPO. All of these companies develop microstents and other glaucoma surgical devices, though, which are only for use in very late stage cases of glaucoma where they need surgical intervention to lower IOP. This is a very small niche market within the ophthalmology space and the glaucoma space, whereas our device is enabling the entire market of the glaucoma products. A quick brief on our team. The founder, Tarek Kurdi, is an industrial engineer by profession and has worked in production management and R&D in both aerospace and medical devices, specifically in glaucoma surgical valves. Our business lead, Sam Kadura, is a previously successful entrepreneur and exited a company in the fintech space. Our scientist, Dr. Jiabing Fan, is a Harvard postdoc who did work in translational medicine. And myself, I'm an engineer and recent graduate from UCLA School of Engineering. Our 2 advisors, Dr. Jonathan Solomon, who is a prominent ophthalmologist, and Dr. Shikari, who runs her own successful optometry practice. To reiterate, we're raising a seed round for bench testing, final development, and FDA application for the Vision 1 tonometer. With the Vision 1, we will change the way glaucoma screening is done and make it something that's widely accessible and widely used in order to catch millions of cases that are being missed. Together, we can save millions of eyes. Thank you. Yeah, so the question was, what is our competitive advantage or our differentiation to competitors? Our device is low cost. It's also for home use, which is the main thing. It's a device that can be used at home by patients without the need for a trained technician. And that data acquired at home over the full 24-hour period can be beamed to the ophthalmologist or optometrist for analysis. Yeah.
Your competitor devices, a person at home cannot, not that they're not using it because it's expensive, but were they to be able to get it for $99, could they use it at home? Is there some barrier for them to do the same thing?
No, it's a physician-only use device.
Why?
You'd be a trained physician. Sorry?
Why is it a physician-only device?
This is if you align it incorrectly or use it improperly, you get skewed measurements.
Has there been any clinical studies done particular to your device, which shows that there is an advantage of regular measurements of pressures and then getting the care that you want earlier. That
Yeah.
you don't do it.
The question was about clinical studies and human trials thus far. Our next step is to advance the product into human trials. So as of yet, there have not been. Our current stage, we have data on silicone models with variable coatings to resemble human eyelid, and it's able to do exactly what we want it to there, high precision and high accuracy.
One question. Just from the business point of view, I looked at the comparison, everything looks green and it's so cheap in compared to others. Right? Like others are like say 2,500 to 10,000.
Yeah.
And this is just $1,000, and everything is green. So where is the catch? There must be some.
There must be a catch, right? Currently, there really is no catch. We project that we will be competitive or novel in all of these fields and be able to measure as accurately, if not more so, than the current gold standard, while meeting a far lower price point and being smaller.
What I see, like,
Yeah.
who is the payer?
So,
Who is going to be the medical insurance company, or who is going to be patient going to pay, because patient doesn't even know that whether he needs or not, or he or she. So how is that going to work?
the follow-up question was on who pays for it. For ophthalmologists and GPs, they will pay out of pocket and be able to get, at least in the case of the ophthalmologist, we know for sure, reimbursed by insurance for using the device to measure IOP for patients. That's an established thing. For patients, we intend them to pay out of pocket. We plan to also work with insurance companies as well, but that has not been secured yet. So it's not a device that is for everybody. That's not what we intend. It's a device that will be the people who have a relative who has glaucoma or are known to be at risk due to genetics or lifestyle or age or demographic and are cognizant of the disease. We plan for them to be our customers. And it's also not a device that people are going to be using every single day. That would be impractical, and we wouldn't expect that. It's a device that they would use for a 24-hour period, send the data to their optometrist or ophthalmologist, and then put it away for a couple months, assuming nothing is alarming, and then take it out afterwards. Did I answer your question? Cool. In the back?
Yeah, I have two questions.
Yeah.
So you got three devices or three range of devices at
Yeah.
$1,000, $300, $99. It's a related question to that. What's the fundamental difference between the three products? I mean, terms of functionality. Second question is, since you are going to have a consumer product which is going to be continuous monitoring, are you going to aggregate through a smartphone, or what's the data aggregation model of it?
So the first question on sorry, can you repeat the first half of that real quick?
Three devices?
Yeah,
Three
right.
products?
So the core difference in the devices will be, one, accuracy. The consumer device will not be as pinpoint accurate. All three will maintain the core functionalities, but the premium model will also have things like charting, and not onboard analytics on the device, nicer package, etc. And then your second question?
Data aggregation, how are you going to aggregate
Yeah.
data on your
So
device?
currently, we intend it to be all on the device, all the hardware on our device. We are playing around with the idea of using a smartphone, but we're still working on that. Yeah.
Sorry to go back to prices again.
No worries.
What are the actual production prices, not the market prices, for these products? Because margin's important. And
Of course.
Can you actually go with the margin and beat these out in terms of price?
Yes. So we intend to be able to produce the device for $50 to $100, the very low cost. Sorry?
How much do the other devices cost to produce?
I haven't been able to find that data yet, but that's definitely a good question. Yeah, I'll look into that. In the back?
So I'm just curious, in terms of your go-to-market, so here's my thoughts. So I didn't see anything presented, like your third option is gonna be to go to public.
Mm.
But are you aware of the statistics by the American Optometric Association in terms of who gets glaucoma and the age and the ethnicity?
Yeah, so people of Indian descent, Chinese descent, and African American descent are more.
Actually, according to them, it's people beyond 40 years old.
Yes,
And it's
yes,
African
as well.
American communities and Latino communities.
Okay,
And so
yes.
given the current state of our country with, 24 million people possibly, losing their insurance, I
Yeah.
wonder maybe you should consider and go back in terms of your go-to-market in terms of what you're going to release first if you want to make money.
Yeah, the political environment is something that we're definitely considering and is a risk. We're cognizant of that. And another thing, as the population ages dramatically over the next few decades, the prevalence of glaucoma will grow very quickly. Was there any questions?
I think we've got to stop here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Mr. Holt.